Today, I'm going to give you the no BS answers that I get every day from clients that are looking to relocate to the Baton Rouge area. My name is Sharon. I was born and raised here in Louisiana, and I've been in Baton Rouge for over 30 years. And we're going to talk about the crime here. We're going to talk about our schools, flooding, hurricane, and what daily life is all about here in Baton Rouge. Let's get into it. Let's start out by talking about the crime, because honestly, this is the #1 question I get from my relocation clients, because they've Googled, they see that Baton Rouge has a high rate of crime. And yes, it does. It absolutely does. We're ranked probably one of the highest crime cities in the U.S., and that is per capita. But just like any other city that has crime, a lot of this crime is happening in pockets of certain areas in the city. And I refer all my clients to neighborhoodscout.com, and you can see the dark purple on this map with a higher pockets of crime. Now, can crime happen anywhere? It absolutely can, just like in any other city. But I can tell you that I raise my children here, I have grandchildren here, and we feel safe all the time. We're not going out at night and parking in dark garages and walking alone. We're locking our cars at night, during the day, and just using everyday common sense that you would in any other city. So yes, we have crime here, and you can look at the map to see where the pockets are. But really, I love Baton Rouge, and I always feel safe here. My children feel safe here, and my grandchildren absolutely love living in the Baton Rouge area. And next on the list, we're going to talk about schools, because this is a huge concern for my clients that are moving here with children. We get a lot of people that relocate from Texas here, and our school systems and the way it's set up is not the same that it is in Texas. So here, and I'm going to be just really honest with you guys, and I can't steer you from one school to the other, but I can tell you what my past clients have said and friends that have kids that have been to schools in certain areas. And this is the opinion. You go to niche.com, you look at the school rating, and if you're planning on living in East Baton Rouge Parish in the heart of the city, the majority, due to niche.com's ratings, of my past clients have chosen private schools. And the clients that did not want to pay for private schools ended up moving to the suburbs like Prairieville, Denham Springs, Gonzales, Zachary. And the trade-off for that is the commute, because you're going to drive at least 30 minutes into Baton Rouge if you're working in the city here. So that is a trade-off. But actually, like, I had a client move here from the Woodlands, and the elementary school rated well in Baton Rouge. They put their child there, and they said their child just wasn't thriving in that school system. So now they are out of that school and put him into a private school. So we don't necessarily have neighborhood schools like they do in Texas. So schools here is a big deal. And my recommendation, if you're looking at schools, is always talk to someone who their kid actually goes to that school and get a recommendation. Look at niche.com, see what that rating is, because that rating is really strong. And just do all your research before putting your child in a school to know that your child's going to feel safe, it's going to thrive in that school system. And also, I will say this about Baton Rouge. We do have some really awesome magnet schools here, according to niche.com. And some of my past clients have been able to go that route, and they were just extremely happy with that school. So this is my take on the schools and what my clients are telling me. So I just wanted to be real with you guys about the school system, to definitely check it out, all angles, when you're making the move here. And next on the list, we're going to talk about flooding, because that is a huge concern. Because if you look at the internet, it will talk about the big flood of 2016. And yes, it was devastating to Baton Rouge and the suburbs. Even homes that was not in a flood zone, it has never flooded. a lot of those homes flooded. So that is a concern here. We can always look it up on the map. We go to the LSU flood map or the FEMA flood map and see what zone that's in, if it's in flood zone X, if it's in A, B, and how it's zoned here. So also you have to be careful if you're buying a house that did flood, but they have total renovations in this house, and I sell these every day. And it's pros and cons, right? The pro is you make it a little older home at a great price, but the home has been updated. Because of this flood, they were able to go in and update with modern features in the houses. You just have to be careful with mold. And y'all, I can smell mold right when I walk in the front door here. So we can definitely have that tested if that's a concern. But honestly, out of all the homes that I have sold, I have not had an issue because they did walk in and smell mold. They turned away. So we do, like in Denham Springs, it's a high, a lot of that area is in a flood zone. And a lot of people buy new construction in that area because they build up so you don't have to have flood insurance, so it won't be in a flood zone. So just be careful of that when you're making the move to the Baton Rouge area, and we can definitely check out all the areas. That's a great fit for you and your family. Okay, next is our natural disasters, because everyone knows about Hurricane Katrina that we had in New Orleans, Gustav. So we do have natural disasters, but I will say in the Baton Rouge area, we have really had an impact with that, but the majority of it has been with the high winds, the tornadoes, the flooding, kind of like the aftermath of the hurricane. So when it's hurricane season here, we take it serious. We have our supplies, we've made our Amazon order, we have our batteries, backup batteries, we have our backup phone batteries. So we really take a lot of precaution to make sure we have enough supplies if we're without electricity for like 2 weeks or so, to make sure we have everything that we need. So we do take that seriously here in the Baton Rouge area. Let's talk about daily life here in Baton Rouge. And y'all, we plan our life around traffic and rain. It has literally rained here every day for the last 2 weeks. So you really have to make plans for that when you're living here. But we have so much to offer. We have almost everything that a big city has. We have the theater. We have great parks for the kids, great programs for like soccer, baseball, football, within the school system and outside of the school system. They have all the sports that you can imagine, karate, everything. We have really nice pickleball places, tennis centers, golf communities, public and private golf places. You can go play golf. So we really have so much to offer. And you know, they do call us the outdoor sportsman's paradise for a reason here in the Louisiana area. Now, at night, when you go out to dinner, you need to like go inside, usually if it's the summertime, because you're gonna sweat, because we have so much humidity here. And if you're moving from up north, you're gonna feel it. If you're moving from Houston, Dallas, at night, you'll feel the difference. In the daytime, it'll probably be about the same humidity that it is in your city there, but up north, you're going to feel it. But you'll get acclimated to it. You know, hey, it's good for your skin. But we really have a laid-back, chill atmosphere here in the Baton Rouge area. There's so much to do, and you can drive to New Orleans. That's like an hour and 15 minutes away, and just go eat. Fabulous restaurants, New Orleans and in Baton Rouge. And that's one thing I really love about living here is the culture, the food, and there's always something going on, because I don't know about your city, but we love some parades here in Baton Rouge. So we definitely have a lot of parades, a lot of activities. You can join a book club. But, you know, we do have mosquitoes. I'm going to be real with you. At night, you're going to need your Victoria's Secret Amber Romance. Yes, I know, but it works. All the men use it in the hunting club. For the mosquito repellent here. So you definitely have to be prepared for the mosquitoes at night. That's why we don't really sit outside at nighttime at a restaurant here. But I think, you know, like my grandkids love playing here. They love going to the park. My daughter and my son live here. So it is just a great family type of lifestyle here in the Baton Rouge area. Again, my name is Sharon Delalio. I am a local realtor here where I help families from all over the U.S. when they're making a move to the Baton Rouge area. And all of my info is going to be in the description below. And hey, if you want to know about the cost of living here, I have some really good things like insurance and my cost of living video that you may be interested in. So definitely check out that video. And until next time.